Hello and welcome to Sport Mechanics on YouTube. I am here in Les Halles, near Le Havre, to present to you this new Hyundai IONIQ 9. It's a pre-series that we have here today. The goal is to give you a tour and discover a bit. We lack complete information, but here are the main characteristics provided. So I'm going to retrieve that. Thank you, Clemence. We say hello to Clemence. Hello, Clemence. Who helped me just for that. So basically, this is the new Hyundai IONIQ 9. I do it by hand like this because actually I have no time at all today to be able to film it for you. And it's a little bit complicated. So here we can see the new signatures. So we find pixel a little bit everywhere. The pixel is really what has become a symbol of the electric at Hyundai. So we find a whole strip here. So this does not light up. We just have the ends that light up and the indicators that are surely these high and low parts. We find that there, you can see all the LEDs directly here, which light up one by one in this way, a little bit like on the Kia EV9, since Hyundai and Kia, you know, they share their chassis. And so that we will say that it is the version 8 V9, and that's why they even take the name IONIQ 9 from Hyundai. The EV6 IONIQ5 Nero, Kona, and the new Insta Share platforms, but their designs are completely different. The new Insta, recently tested on the channel, is the family version, which may not be the most common in France. It has a statutory look, resembling the Santa Fe from the rear, but with a much better finish. On the front, it's aero, a little bit like the IONIQ 6. I don't know if you remember a little bit these lights, this aero side. And same, the goal is that it be hyper aero to have a drag coefficient as close to 0. Here we have a 110 of 0.26. We have parts here all in plastic and we can see it when we get closer. So a small camera placed there. Here we have the sensors at the back, but what's nice is that we can see them through this large plexi plate that goes all the way along. We have the small sensors for parking here and there, for example. License plate holders are very basic and haven't undergone any revolution, but the license plate itself has no control over that. So we also review squares inside by transparency further down. So we find the shutters here, which are active to cool the battery pack when needed. And we find here a small blade that is rather pretty. And on the side, we even have lighting when we are on the side of the car. We see some of this, but there's a part here with even more pixels, which have been called pixels for a while now. Then we can see on the side, it's the first time I've seen this, these are wheel arches that have been reworked at the level of the wheel arches. So look, they made this passage and then they put a bar back inside but partly separated. As for the rims, we will start from 19 inches, we can go up to 21 inches as we find here. And here we have a calligraphy series. So we don't have all the finishes available on this car yet, but as you can see, the rims look a bit like turbines. I really like this effect. What do you think? Not bad, huh? As for the battery, we will have a battery of, if I'm not mistaken, hold on, I'll check my little note, a battery of, here, I've noted everything here, 110.3 kilowatt hours. A declared autonomy of 620 kilometers for this car, a 10 to 80% in 24 minutes. So to be able to recharge about 110 kilowatts in roughly half an hour, it goes up to 350 kilowatt hours of recharge. That's pretty good. What's impressive about this car is its length. It's 5.06 meters long, it's 198 meters wide, and it's true that when you look at it from the side, it is really very massive. In height, it's 179 meters, and the most impressive also is the wheelbase. The distance from the front wheel to the rear wheel is 10 feet 3 inches. Look at the size of the toy, it's just gigantic. We even have rear view cameras. That was also on the IONIQ 6. I don't remember if the IONIQ 5 had it as an option or not. Tell me in the comments if you know. But on the side, it's just long. Here we have a bar that extends all the way along. We have retractable handles that fit directly into the door with a little reminder. IONIQ 9 here, the camera mirrors, so they change from usual often. Sometimes it sticks out a little more like a real mirror. And we have the impression that they didn't put anything there. They still approached close to the door. We find 360 cameras that we also find on the sides. We will surely have, as usual, at Hyundai, the display in the instrument cluster there. I just saw even on the rims, look at this little diamond part. It's really very, very nice that under the hood we will find a garment. Then I will try to go open it for you there. It's crazy. It's inside. We can maybe not open it yet. We have to pull. No, okay, they haven't finished like these pre-series cars. I'll show you the interior afterwards. We'll go back. I'll show the back also. On the side we can see. So this large part here, it's almost mirror effect also. Very, very nice that we can see. We can see the spot and others. We have roof bars. We will have a large glass roof on the part. Even this part, look at the back. All that sticks out, the impression that it's a station wagon on wheels. And even the back, look at this 3/4 back. In fact, it looks like a very, very large station wagon. It almost looks like the old Volvos. I don't know if that speaks to you, it's gigantic. But on the other hand, what's crazy is that when we see from the side and the back, we have the impression that they are totally different cars, just like when we are at the front. And even they look full back, we really have the impression a big station wagon with a gigantic glass part here. Even if I approach it so we can go see inside, hop there, you will. See, inside is also very spacious, this back. We find the pixels also here, so we can find them there all along. It gives us a nice light signature. We almost have the impression of finding the van from Hyundai and blinker on this part there camera. Unique backup camera 9, which is noted directly here, so on this part, and it's really in effect 3DH track. Since there will be 4-wheel drive versions of this side, we find the hatch. So as it's a pre-series model, it doesn't open yet, so up to 350 kilo fast charging. Here we can even see the V2L, however it seems to me that it still closes by itself. At the back we find a light like in Formula 1, positioned right here, and also the reflector pixels on the bottom of the car. When I open it, of course, as it's a car that is still premium and a fairly high-end car, especially with this level of space, the trunk opens automatically. We can close it right here. And inside, look at this space. It's just gigantic. I almost needed someone to come. Clémence, please. Could you help me, please, to model today for Sportive Mechanics? Thank you. Could you please, Clémence, dear, go sit in this seat that is looking at me? I
would like a coffee, please.
A coffee, don't move.
Thank you.
It's very fast, express service. Do you want it?
For me to comment?
Since you don't have a microphone, it's going to be complicated. I'm just telling you about my feet.
They touch.
I
don't have big feet. I wear a size 38 and I have a bit of an upturned toe.
Ah, okay, but you are already...
Actually backed off.
You've already backed off all the way with the seat over there.
After that, it's not unpleasant, but it's the...
End of the little foot. Yes, but it still looks cool. Wait, don't move, Clémence, please. Very...
Dear.
How would I raise that weight? Clémence, don't move. I think if we touch something like this is the third row, it's electric. Let's not strain ourselves too much. And this, on the other hand, is very cool. No, these are not the same seats. And does the whore get up all by herself? No, that's for us to do. And there we can see that even like this, there is a gigantic trunk. Are you flexible, Clémence? Would you come up to there by there?
It's my coat that's not flexible.
Look there, sit here to give an indication.
The Sienna.
Oh, very pretty, Clémence. And we can see that even there is a gigantic trunk. So, I don't know, Clémence, you...
Is the trunk comfortable? I won't be traveling there.
You currently own a car with a lot of children. Do you find the trunk space sufficient in a 7-seater?
Wait.
I can go out to see it better.
Yes, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's actually very good, because in addition, there is height, not bad.
Thank you, Clémence, for this intervention. Wait, don't move. People like seeing me in the trunk because it's for your pleasure, as I make people work. But here we can see that there is really a lot of space, and here we have Laurent who is put, so it's pretty good. Now we'll explore some of the interior. Thanks, Clémence. You're going to set up the table. Yes, please. So this part, then I can raise the left. I can, the third row, also raise this part. And even like that, we can see there is a lot of space in this car and the seat, so we will be able to make it rotate on itself. Hop, thank you very much, Clemens. Once again on this side, the back seat, look at the size of the door. However, the door is just gigantic. It's over 1 meter long, so it's very well finished. We have ambient lighting here. As you can see, the round handles, double cup holder on this side, the electric windows. We have the small parts with the curtains, but even the curtains are huge blinds. To have that in a room on a window, there are door bins, a Sonobos on its calligraphy trim. We can even press here to make the seat tilt, and then we just have to pull it. We can see that we are fixing tape, Taser, Isofix on these two seats, Isofix also there, so that means already 4 baby seats. Do we have it at the front? At the front we don't have it, but we can put so in this car, 4 baby seats for large families with a little bit of budget. It would really not be bad, and I just tell myself it's here at the back, there. There, and look, even someone who is installed, I measure 1 meter 80, I still have a little bit of space left. Here, really, it's rather not bad, and if we want to travel like this, well, there we can face to face, and it really makes van effect. So we are not as spacious as in a Vitoc, but there you have it. You'll have to think about staggering your feet. Each one his foot on his side, but there it will allow me to be like this, and the view I have from here is really not bad. We are still the panoramic roof. We can enjoy a little bit. We do not enjoy it up to the top, and on the other hand we are sort of Alcantara there on the water. It's very nice. We have a lighting. The lighting is super bright. That's good too. At the back, if we are in family, we have USB type 100 ports on the side. 100 watts, that also is very, very rare in a car. I had up to 75 watts so far there to fold the seats cup holder. Also for the third row on each side of this side there, we even have 2. Here plus 2, there plus 2. Here we can put cup holders everywhere. It's the ideal family car. So far it's really like the 5.9. I even have the impression of preferring this one. Compare the 5.9 in terms of the finish of the design. And it's very, very nice. And even look, the seats here have armrests, this one too on the right, this one on the left, because otherwise we have the one from the door. When the seat is turned in the right direction, we have handles to get in more easily. We have vents at the top, we have vents here. Even me, who is in the third row, I benefit from ultra large windows. There are cars that even at the back, a Toyota THR is smaller than this at this place. So imagine. So really, there it is. Bravo for having done this. We have an air conditioning unit here at the back. So this is going to manage all the back part. We don't have 3 zones. However, we still have a tri-zone. So the driver passenger. Then the whole rear area on which we can adjust the temperature. But even these 2 rear seats here, we can see heated or ventilated seat depending on what you want. This is really quite extraordinary. Plus the large storage here. So I don't know anymore if this one is refrigerated or not. Look at the size of the storage. It's just spectacular. And especially the fact of having it in 6 places like this, it makes a very, very good car. 6 places. We are like in a bus, and clearly it's ideal. As it remains a Hyundai, we find the USB ports. It's in the seats here. Plus this always to adjust the seat, you know. So normally we can move forward, move back, play like this directly with the seat. We have a huge corridor, and in addition, which opens on both sides, so we have space here, plus the storage we had underneath. It's ultra spacious, and look at the little view with this panoramic view here. Of the front part of this car, it's still quite extraordinary. Retro cameras, so there we can see the screens on the sides, and there I'm going to take you to the front, but it already gives you a nice point of view. I might have liked it to be wider, but we couldn't have, because otherwise we wouldn't have had the air conditioning. So no, okay, I prefer to have this, but the air conditioning that just comes here, I go back to the front to let you discover a little bit all this. From the driver's point of view, we're going to close the trunk, so we'll be here inside. So of course everything is electric, and we can see it hop closing. It's still a nice baby. You'll have to plan more than 6 meters long in any case on a parking spot to be able to open the trunk, not to stick. And when I enter here at the front door, which like at the back, so we find the same textures, the same perforations, the corridor here, same there, this tray, even the tray, look at you. They separated, they made a whole room there. Everything is good, everything is pleasant touch. It's very nice. We find what we find at Hyundai. I pressed twice to see the trunk, twice for the trunk at the front. Does it do it? Yes, it does. It was there. In fact, it was not down. So let's open here as we press 2. It means that we validated. So we don't need to have the latch here of validation. So we can have a close. We can have according to the versions. 52 liters or 88 liters there. We have 52 liters since we have a 4-wheel drive version. It allows to have space. and especially not to wet its trunk, especially for example when it rains. When we recharge its car, we can put its cables here, and on this side there, the windshield washer there, the coolant for the battery part, and we can see that even there it's a soundproofed to not have noise that goes up through the hood. It's frankly not bad. And then there is the seal, and like that it's well secured inside, or it's the first time I close a hood that has seals all around and that it doesn't make an unpleasant noise. Very, very good thing. Bravo Hyundai for thinking about that seat. Of course, electric with all the positions, and we always have at this position, it seems to me, what they call zero gravity. So I don't know why that's, maybe you have to be inside and make the door. It seems to me that this zero gravity thing is, or yes, you have to have the seat behind, well, put back, and it will put in position, Dodo, where I am, well laid out to be able to recharge my car, for example. And B at the top of the top. So here, the white steering wheel, we have the impression of being in a very high-end vehicle, because that's the steering wheels, often in two-tone like that, with two exterior interior leathers that are on quite high-end vehicles. Here we find the pixels. So here we have the real pixels that light up high-end vehicle from Hyundai. It's in Morse, the H, if I'm not mistaken. We have paddles, as we usually find. We find the same driving aids, level 2 conduit, etc. Here the modes, and then to cross the menus and a screen. So with a curved screen here. So they are in two parts. This part always touch as usual. We can see that we even have YouTube and others and animations to be able to entertain us when, for example, we are going to recharge our car. So I don't know if it's connected or not. If can we find mechanical sport, for example. But Sportive searched. Does he know? Of course he knows. But how good he is, we could almost subscribe. What do we watch as a car? There have been quite a few cars to watch there. We will see the quality. Is it not bad? It's rare to be able to watch these videos in a car and at the same time watch the sound. I think it's very cool. We're going to see things happening a bit faster than usual, allowing us to accomplish tasks more quickly. And we're going to be able to do things faster, and we're going to be able to do things faster, and we're going to be able to do things faster, and we're going to be able to do things. So this screen will be able to do as usual, and there, it's the same thing as usual at Hyundai. And for example, they're always with the display there in this way. The system is currently in demo mode, but video applications will not be accessible while driving. Or other, we will have the music, etc. We know that. We have a head-up display here. So something quite standard. It is small, it is tidy. Then on top we have foamed parts. In addition, it's a kind of leather here. Then on the bottom they make the strip, but the plastic parts kind of Alcantara. The device on the pillars, it's very pretty. The mirror, it looks like a camera mirror, it seems to me, so it can be activated currently. But when we have the keys underneath, it means that it does camera. So we can also do camera with this mirror. Good thing. Plus the cameras down there, we have a pretty good visibility there. As you can see, to test that, then we find a huge tray here with this texture here, which is really very premium with the calligraphy first. It's very pretty. The vents are well integrated in this part. If the air conditioning block, thank you for leaving real touch. And that we are not obliged to go through the screen to go get air conditioning. And then we also find here USB-C ports, 100 watts. That's very, very rare, plus the 12-volt plug look. But that's the same. It's genius. It's beautiful. It's clean play. My cigarette lighter, plug and hue, UV, that's it. I don't really know what it is. That's what it is. Maybe to take some juve in the car, it makes salon hue. I don't know. A place induction charger and another storage here on the bottom. It remains quite deep. Look, I can put a hand in it, frankly. It's not bad. Plus, it's a part central corridor induction charger here, NFC. No, actually, that's to put the key to start. No, induction charger, excuse me. Induction charger here with the pixels, the reminders, the cameras here. If I want to look there, I have my cameras 360 degrees. Really, I see everything that's going on around the vehicle. That's really not bad. I'm going to activate here the bibib, the auto hold, and then the drive modes. So we always have Eco, Normal, Sport, and the My Drive, which is personal, and the terrains, well, that allows to pass hop when I press snow mode, or sand depending on the conditions where you are going to be. We even have the IT drawing of control if you are in very steep bridges in all terrain, the keys. So for the moment I think it's only the expressory, but it will look like this. It's as usual at Hyundai. Double cup holder here is also, so this storage that opens from both sides, it's really not bad at all. The large glass roof, the roof that opens even, and we can see that it's a large glass part that comes to open at this place there, that it opens a little bit more. No, we are going to open in big of a little more than a 30-35 centimeters about here, which is not bad. We still have the net here, the deflector, so that it does not make too much noise inside and on the water. So this retro that I showed you, glove box that will be found here, there we can see it just here, our photographs. We do not have the right to take pictures. What you read, 10 modes. 10 car model is a trade secret of Hyundai. Okay, it's super secret. There are a little bit of space. In truth, we still have a lot of storage, plus this ultra generous trunk and its buttons, as I said, that allow me to be able to adjust. For example, I know that my mom, she a little bit of trouble sometimes, so it could help her, or without that I need to go out others to the inclined or not just here, and I find it not bad to look at this one. I can put it in 0 G position. It will look like this there. Hop, it inclines, it inclines, it inclines, it inclines, it inclines. And look, it even comes out a thing behind the calves for you to be at the top level position here. That's still a very good thing to relax when recharging if we don't have children, but even in the back, they will be able to incline a little bit. Anyway, I didn't see we even closed that, and even that comes out of Alcantara. It's really, really good. There we have a very, very large mirror, the extremely large mirror. That's a good thing. The part of one of the most, the LED that lights up in water here. Anyway, there we have toured this Unique 9 with this big battery. I did not give you all the performance characteristics, the performances. I noted them because actually nothing really came out. We have a 0 to 100 on the performance version in 5.2 seconds. On the four-wheel drive version, as we have today, 9.4 seconds. For the rear-wheel drive version with the big battery, we have USB-C. It can tow up to 2,500 kg. That's really not bad. We have a trunk that goes up to 1,323 liters in 5 seats. I think we must see almost the trunk of a Hyundai Insta when we are in this seat version, and 620 kilometers of autonomy. And these are the only info we have for the moment. After you could discover it like that, it was really already not bad at all. Don't move, our colleagues and the French press are here. I'll show you a bit of the backstage. If you liked the video, this is what it looks like when we're there. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks to my colleagues who gave me space to film and turned off the background music in the store.